Welcome to Oxford News This Week. I'm Bill Service.
And I'm Terry Stiles. Layoffs come to local long-term workers, and Addison Township Supervisor Bruce Pearson has joined a gang.
Stay tuned for these stories and others. The Oxford News begins right now. No cause for concern, but Addison Township is home to a local motorcycle gang, and Township Supervisor seems to lead the pack. The group calls themselves the Lakeville Retreads. Like their name sounds, the pack are collector and riders of older motorbikes such as those you might find in a museum. According to writer Scott Stepfin, who owns a 1947 Harley, smelling the oil and tempering the bike's unique personality is the only way to ride a motorcycle. 71-year-old Lakeville resident Bill Jarsky said it likes a lot more skill to ride his 1942 Harley than the newer push-button Zoomers. And Pearson, the Quasi gang leader who rides a 1947 Indian, said the size of the gang varies up to 9 riders depending on which bikes are able to start. For those of you who would like to catch a glimpse of these tragic relicts, the group can be seen gathering at the Addison Township Hall before zooming off to the weekly Romeo Bike Night.
For many Oxford residents, their long-term employment at Parker Finite Air Tech Filtration Facility on Gillespie Street has come to an end. Some employees have up to 35 years at the facility, and last week they found out the parent company, Parker Hannafin, will close the Oxford and Maryland facilities, and they'll be consolidated to the Lancaster, New York headquarters. Closure of the 42,000 square foot building will be completed by the end of January 2016, when all 85 employees will be laid off.
While it's a little comfort to those employees who have built homes and families around the Parker businesses, Township Clerk Curtis Wright announced the township is looking for election workers to help out with the fast approaching 2016 election. While the pay is not substantial, Wright says it's an opportunity to earn some extra cash and play a valuable role in a democratic process. Qualifications to become an election worker include computer experience and a willingness to learn. For more information, contact the clerk's office, 248-628-9787.
Sending your kids back to school comes with a host of worries, including tossing your tots on a bus in which you do not know the skill level of the driver. This year, Oakland schools teamed up with the Oakland County Sheriff Department and held a critical incident training program for all districts in Oakland County. Oxford District Transportation Supervisor Ann Whedon said the training was a valuable exercise in security and hostage situations to crowd control. So rest assured, parents, your students will have a more informed and safer ride to school this year.
For those of you who loves golf and dogs but cannot own a pup, play a round of golf on September 13th to help out our local Canine Stray Rescue Group. Devil's Ridge Golf Club will have a hosting of Putts for Paws. I like that. Putts for Paws to benefit the Canine Stray Rescue League. Dr. Lena Opsborn, who is sponsoring the event, is hoping to raise at least $4,000 to build split 50-50 with Canine Companion Rescue Center of Oakland County. The cost of the 18-hole outing is $140 per player. Registration deadline is Tuesday, September the 1st.
As they say, charity begins at home, so head up to your attic, dig out your gently used formals and prom dresses or wedding dresses to donate to Angels Above Baby Gowns. Brandon Township resident Christy Steinauer began the gown donation campaign after her sister lost a child in the 38th week of pregnancy. Steinauer said volunteers transformed the dresses into burial or bereavement gowns for infants who did not survive birth or illness. Several Oxford moms are in sponsoring with Steinauer, and they're making a drive to make a statement that Oxford moms care. To donate your dress, call Steinauer at 248-379-0506.
Be on the lookout for a silver minivan that may have heavy damage. Last week, a 30-year-old Davison woman and her 2 girls, ages 1 and 4, were hit by a speeding silver van at Drainer and M24. Witnesses say after the van hit the group, it turned east on Drainer Road. The witnesses were unable to see the license plate, nor did the driver stop. So if you know anything about this hit and run, please contact the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. And there you go.
I don't know. I can't imagine not knowing you hit somebody.
Oh, that's awful.
This guy T-boned her.
Shame on them.
I shouldn't say it's a guy. This
Yep.
person T-boned her. So what's going on with you? Thank you for joining us this
Well,
week.
thank
in the
you. I
news.
think Elgin's on vacation. I just finished a little vacation. You just went up to the UP and had a good time?
Yeah, it was
A good time?
fantastic. I'll
Good.
tell you, there's nothing like Michigan in the summer place.
I love it. Hey, one of our good programs going on this week, by the way, Let's Go Strolling.
Yeah.
And they're
speaking
having a
of-
program about the Addison Top, the new building, their township building.
Oh, yeah.
That'd
They're
be kinda cool.
far along on that, too.
And
from
a
what
good
I
friend of
understand.
ours, Don, at the head of the DPW.
Don
What a great guy, a great guy.
yeah.
Good story about him, too. So it's a good another program to watch.
You know, those guys worked really hard. We had that wonderful Lone Ranger Festival, and you don't see what they do behind the scenes, but they set all that up so that we could close down the roads downtown
Oh,
and
absolutely. And
enjoy the day.
you see, like the Christmas, for the Lone Rangers parade or any parade, really,
yeah.
they do everything. A little stage for us, for you guys to do your
That's
hosting
right.
on it.
That's
and they're
right.
great guys. Great guys. We help a lot.
Yeah, they're
So,
really good guys, and then they've all been there a long time. It's not like there's a big turnover
Yep.
at the DPW.
Yeah, they're good.
And if you didn't see the parade, you can watch the parade on our station, Charter Channel 191 or AT&T Channel 99, or on our website.
That's right. And we're going to tell the program manager we want to watch it every day this week at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, Jamie. He's got it.
Yeah, so you can watch it there. You can watch it on our website, occtv.org, or you can also watch it on YouTube.
Yep.
And you have to go to Oxford Community Television YouTube and then pull up any of our great programs, some of them that we did a long time
Yep.
ago, and they're still really great. I can watch them over and over.
Yep.
So that's it for Oxford News this week. If you'd like to learn more about these stories and others, pick up a copy of the Oxford Leader at any of our local stores, or better yet, watch us right here, Charter Channel 191 or AT&T Channel 99.
I'm Bill Service. Stay tuned to join John Ogins for school news, Dave Kenny with Science and the News and Auto Talk, and Jamie with Sports. All right, here on Oxford News this week.
I'm Terry Stiles, where we bring your news closer to home. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
I'm John Ochins, and welcome to the Oxford Wildcats School Update. As we get closer to the start of school, parents become more and more concerned about their kids and the internet. Recently, FBI agent Mike Glennon and Ed Price of the Michigan State Police stopped by. We talked about the issue of sextortion. That's when someone coerces another to send them certain documents, many of a sexual nature, over the internet. They brought up the global nature of some of these attempts.
And it's typically done, the individuals, we see it one of two ways. It's either a known associate, second or third known associate, if they want to target someone they specifically know, or someone that they, want to have a longer standing relationship and maybe exploit them in additional ways. Or we have national or international subjects who, just by law of large number, will try to target as many people as they can within a certain demographic. And let's say they put 100 out, maybe they'll get 10 responses. Of those 10, maybe 2 will send images. So they just keep cultivating these and keep turning them over.
And this is the kind of thing that can happen anywhere. It can happen in a big city or a small town, anywhere.
Sure. The FBI recently had an investigation that's ongoing as they are identifying more victims. But the individual they took down was in Jacksonville, Florida, and they identified over 300 victims throughout the United States. I believe several of those victims, I want to say 3 to 4 of those victims, were in our specific region alone, where he had exploited these young ladies and in getting them to send explicit photos and child pornography to him for his own perverted desires.
We're expecting nearly 100 international students in Oxford this school year. One of the ways our high school helps them to blend in with local kids is our international club. Teacher Adriana Zavagoza explains.
In the International Club, there are students that come from different countries, and they don't know the traditions and the activities that in different high schools in the United States people do. So what we do, we get together once a week, and we help them understand all the activities we do in the United States. And they are really happy to know because they are completely different to the ones they do in their countries. We have students from Germany. We have students from South America. We have students from Italy. And they are really happy to know what's going on because they didn't know about like Powder Puff or prom or homecoming or all the games that we do. Why do we do the games? Why do we get together? So they are happy to know every month what's going on. And then we get together with students from different clubs, so they get to meet each other, so they feel welcome in the school.
Just like you're doing today with the scavenger hunt.
Yes, we're going to do a scavenger hunt with the students from Spanish club, the Chinese students, and international students. So what we do, we put together one student from here, from the United States, with one of the students, so they help each other and they start communicating better.
Teacher Janice Smith gives us an example of one of their activities.
We try to do things during the Spanish club and international club that we just can't do during the course of the day, like a scavenger hunt. We're trying to have our Chinese students practice their English, so we're pairing them up with one of the Spanish students. And then the Spanish students can also practice their Spanish because they're looking for some of the things, the clues are in Spanish. Our clues for the scavenger hunt are in Spanish and Mandarin. So we just try to get the kids to see that there are many, many different type of people, many languages in the world.
Oxford Fish is stepping up again this year to make sure local kids don't go without. They're taking donations in the form of backpacks and school supplies for needy students. You can drop them off through August 27th. The only thing they don't need is crayons. Lynn Kennis, chairperson of the Backpack Committee, says she has 1 million crayons. That's the Oxford School Update for this week. Jamie is up next with sports. This is Oxford Community Television, keeping it local.
If you keep tanning, indoors or out, the effects of harmful rays will show up on your skin. Wrinkles, age spots, and an increased risk of melanoma, the second most common cancer in women 15 to 29. Stop tanning. Time may not be on your side. Learn how to protect your skin at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
And welcome back to Oxford News this week. Hope you're doing well wherever you are and enjoying what's left of the summer. Just a side note, the Oxford Wildcat football team already practicing out there in Oxford, and they will have their first contest prior to school start. It'll be August 27th. The Romeo Bulldogs, the Oxford Wildcats, will be away. Keeping it on the national side, and another bit of defiance and hubris from the organization that has seemed to have perfected this art, the New England Patriots took to the field Thursday night in their preseason opener. Tom Brady under center in what was an obvious message to the NFL and the rest of the league, except it's a message that's hard to grasp, much like the Patriots' decisions over the past 7 months. Bill Belichick trying to, what he thinks, Brady will be playing Week 1 after Judge Berman overturns the 4-game suspension. Some feel this is what the Patriots do. They play children's games. They not only want to be better, they want you to know that they are better. Belichick listing Brady as a probable on the injury reports all year, answering questions from the press, and actually giving them a bit of grief over such decisions. Bill Belichick gets paid millions of dollars a year because he's a good football coach, not because television, radio, and the internet, the very media Belichick despises, has hyped up the game, aired football for decades, causing interest in the game to skyrocket and leading to billions in dollars of television contracts. That gives owners such as Robert Kraft the ability to pay good football coaches like Bill Belichick. Kind of a catch-22 there if you think about it, instead of coaches like that teach high school and physical education that actually do need work. The NFL feeds Belichick millions, and he bites the very hand that feeds him. With Deflategate, he has a better reason than usual, but hardly a rational one. This isn't the time for messages. This time Bill Belichick might have pulled a fast one, but he might have pulled it on his own team. Time will tell whether Brady will be at the helm on their opening contest. Check it out, all you Oxford athletes. If you need a physical or anything you want to find out about the Oxford Athletic Department, they actually have their own website. It's the oxfordathletics.org. Again, check it out. Here's a picture of it, oxfordathletics.org. User-friendly, and you can check out schedules, scores, what needs to be done, all that. Check it out when you get a chance. Again, oxfordathletics.org. Just a reminder, the programs you see here on OCTV can easily be viewed online on your personal device. Go to OCCTV.org, hit the Programs tab, or hit the YouTube tab, and you can watch any one of our programming on your iPad, computer, or phone, or wherever you choose to watch. You can actually catch all the weekend sports on our normal broadcast Saturday between the hours of 1:30 and 6:30, or again on the aforementioned OCCTV.org. That's going to put the Wraps in it. Remember, August 27th, they take on the Romeo Bulldogs. That'll be an away contest. We'll be out there when they come home. The Oxford Wildcats playing football and other athletics. We hope you join us. Have a great week. Hope you're enjoying the rest of your summer. We'll see you next week on Oxford Sports.
2 years later.
Thanks, Oxford, for another great Lone Ranger parade.
And welcome back to Oxford News This Week. In for Elgin Nichols, I'm Jamie Hughes, and this is what we call our calendar of events, where we feature your local calendar of events featuring local civic organizations, any type of fundraising organization. Feel free to contact our studios. Our phone number is 248-628-9658, or you can go to our website, occtv.org, and we will get your announcement on. We do ask a little bit of time prior to going on the air so you can actually have your announcement promoted. Now through August 27th, the local charity Oxford Orient Fish is asking for donations of school supplies collected for families finding this time of year financial struggles and helping their kids get to school with school supplies. Kids from kindergarten to high school need items like backpacks, 3-ring binders, liners, pocket folders, pencils, markers, highlighters, scissors, rulers. Maybe you can figure a way you can help out. For more information on You Can Help Out the Fish organization, as they will provide these supplies to the students, call 628-3933. That's area code 248-628-3933. Sponsored by the Oxford Downtown Development Authority, free concerts are being held this summer in Centennial Park. We're putting the wraps on it very shortly, but planned concerts will run through August, Thursdays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you want your show, check it out. Individual Talents Open Mic is from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. For entertainment scheduling and additional information, contact 248-572-4881. There are multiple activities provided by your Oxford Township Parks and Rec Department. To obtain a copy of the Summer 2015 Township Program and Activities Book, obtain more information, stop in at the Parks and Rec Department. They are located at 20 West Burdick Street in Oxford. Call 628-1720. Again, that's area code 248-628-1720. Talking about parks, if you live in Oxford Township, you can have a season family pass to the Seymour Lake Splash Pad for only $25. A non-residency, a pass for $50. Remember, children under 2 years of age get in free. If you have a family pass, season pass, you can get all the details for getting that family pass by contacting the Parks and Rec Department. That number again, 248-628-1720. You can still pay to get in a splash pad gate. There's a $1 charge for an Oxford resident, children 2 to 17 years of age, $4 for non-resident children. Again, so you can go there without a pass. You just have to pay at the gate. This week, pack a picnic lunch and take the kids to Seymour Lake Park. Remember, the park is only a splash away. Good stuff in there. I feel like I'm going over there after here. Would you like to know more about the benefits of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce? Well, they have in store for your business. If you're thinking about becoming a member, you can learn more about going to by their website, oxfordchamber.net, or contacting them directly, 248-628-0410, and you will be directed right to the chamber director. If you have a local business or you are an individual and represent an organization wishing to promote your event, we urge that you contact our studios once again, or some local sports, either way, any type of programming regarding your event. 248-628-9658. We'll get your promotional spot on, and definitely we'd like to help you promote that event that you have coming up. You can also send it to our address at 1775 North Lapeer Road, and we are in Suite C, Oxford, Michigan 48371, the address. Check that out. And that's going to put the wraps on it for the community calendar this week. Again, I'm in for Algin Nichols. He'll be back in the big seat next week. Make sure to check it out. He'll have more interesting information on your community calendar. We are giving away passes to this year's 2015 Michigan Renaissance Festival. Again, we have a limited number of passes. Once they're gone, they are gone. Here's all you have to do if you want 4 tickets. You need to send a self-addressed stamped envelope. That's your address on it, stamped envelope, and to our station at 1775 North Lapeer Road, Suite C again, Oxford, Michigan 48371. Again, we're limiting it to 4 passes per family. If you send those in, we'll send them right back to you, and you can go to this year's Michigan Renaissance Festival. Our good friends over there helping us out again. Anyways, that's going to wrap it on the community calendar. Again, Algin Nichols will be back in the big chair next week. I'm Jamie Hughes. Hope you have a great week. Start sending in those letters. We'll definitely make sure to get the tickets out to you.
The new mill project is really the effort to preserve what remains of the former Leonard mill. Every community probably had one or had one nearby at some point in their history. Leonard's mill was the last working mill. It had been in continuous operation until 2005. Recently, the Lyon Township mill, there was a mill in South Lyon, was torn down because the property was going to be put to a different use. So as far as I know at this time, our mill / elevator is the only remaining original construction in Oakland County now.
It's one of the first buildings that was built here, and because of the mill, the industry that came to Leonard when it was first founded, it was important. They had ladies in there. That was called the beanery. The downstairs was a granary. They operated machines that had foot pedals. Everything was important to this mill.
We're still kind of in our growing stage. After the acquisition in 2014, using purely voluntary labor, volunteers, and equipment, we've removed much of the debris because part of the structure had collapsed by that time. So we've cleaned that up, and we're in the final phase of removing the structurally unsound parts of the structure that are basically around the elevator portion of the building.
The tall part will be a store museum, and these bathrooms will be able to be used year-round. The front part, which is behind me, that has been torn down, will be a deck that people can sit at, picnic. But the mill was really important to this town in the early 1900s. Without it, I'm not sure how busy Leonard would have been. When you see all the old pictures of Leonard, this is what you see. Even if you're in the four corners, you see the top part of that building still displayed. It's like a signature piece. And to me, it's an important part of history. It's the tallest building in this town. It is the oldest structure in this town. So to me, that's important to save that if we can, and I believe that we can.
The people of Leonard have been very supportive of the project. Many of our volunteers come from the area, but we do have quite a few that come from actually within the village. And I think people are very supportive of it because we're doing it by soliciting grants. We're not spending taxpayers' dollars for the actual project. We do have to maintain the property while we're trying to get it funds to fix it up, but the support has been quite strong from most local residents.
We still can use help hauling away boards, picking up nails, those kinds of things. And as we progress along, I'm sure there'll be other things that people can do. There'll be, I don't know if they'll stain, paint, whatever, but they'll do something to preserve the wood. And those are all things that people can help with if they'd like.